Hello there everybody, it's about an again, and welcome back to Higurashi, Watanagashi, and I'm, still haven't downloaded Totoroasghaisgfoshiod because I'm an idiot. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into the all-cast review session. This ought to be interesting. I'm gonna keep this as a separate video, so... I keep this, you know, session as a separate video from the first episode of Totoroasghaisgfoshiod. And depending on how long this is going to be, I'm probably just going to go ahead and upload this as a single episode. And then when I get myself some time, I will download Totoroasghaisgfoshiod and we can actually get started on that. However, believe it or not, the visual novel that I'm kind of waiting for that I can't wait to try out is Umineko. I've looked into that and it looks really good. And considering this is from the same company and all that, I really want to try it out. I don't know, I only saw like a couple screenshots, like some of the characters look pretty cool, and it looked more like there was more of an adult sort of feel to it, and I really want to try it out. Anyway, let's go and get right into this.
Thank you very much for enjoying Higurashi When They Cry, Watanagashi. How'd you like the story this time?
It was a little easier to understand realistically. I mean, yeah.
If you enjoyed it even a little, I'm happy.
I enjoyed it. I mean, it was good.
A little nothing. Not again. It was a huge bad ending again, wasn't it not? It is enough to make me simply furious.
You died! Along with Rika.
I'm furious.
Yeah, I could tell by your smile.
Well, good work, everyone. Well, that's how it ended, but don't you think this story was kind of like a me-own chapter?
Well, your face was on there.
I'm extremely satisfied with how big a role I played. You cannot call such a thing a success. Rika and I got killed too, didn't we?
Yes, you did.
None of this concerned Satsuko at all either.
I didn't want to die like that. We don't even know how you guys died.
Now, don't cry. There was a story centering around Mi-chan, so there will probably be the one that centers around Satsuko-chan too. I look forward to it.
Ooh. So I was definitely correct. Because the third chapter, when I saw it on the Steam store, it had Satoko's face. So I'm guessing each chapter will revolve around a certain character, and usually that'll just tell you by the face on the preview chapter game. Blech. Satsuko would definitely get attacked by a crowd of weird old bullies and abused to death. Good lord, Mion, leave her alone. I feel bad. Oh!
Mi-chan, if you joke around too much, you'll make me angry too.
What'd you do, freaking karate chop her again?
Mi has a flat chest. Your mind wouldn't understand even if it wanted to be petted.
Wait, what? She doesn't have a flat...
Oh, they expanded. Your body is so unchaste.
What? Hey everyone, hey, it's Tomotaki. Great work. And Oishi. Sorry we're late again.
Tomotaki-san, Oishi-san. Yes, you did a great job as well. Where are Takano-san and Shion-chan?
Oh, there she is.
They're coming, of course. Thank you for inviting us today. May I sit here? Yes, go right ahead.
Shion's right there.
With all of us here, this is sure to be the best part. Please, go easy on me. Then should we get started? Is this everyone?
Where's Keiichi?
Everyone but Keiichi.
Which means Maya Barakun still doesn't have a portrait. So are we going to read the scripts for the next story immediately? The fuck? What the... This is freaking fourth wall breaking.
How unfortunate. It doesn't feel right to leave him out. Mio-san, you don't have to worry about that. At times like these, going all out is actually a way of showing consideration. That's true, isn't it? We're all here for once, holding awake.
I can't do girl voices, fuck!
Holding awake would be boring.
Then, sorry, Keiichi-kun, but we'll take things from here.
It's decided. Okay, everyone, get the cups. Does anyone not like carbonated drinks?
There's alcohol for the adults, too.
Rika-chan, what will you have?
Cola? Juice?
Me. I want what Tomotaki's having. Hey! Rika-chan, you're not allowed to drink. Has everyone got their cups? If we don't make a toast soon, my juice will get warm. Who will lead, Mion? Reina should do it. Okay, Reina, go ahead. Then, everyone, excellent work. The Watanagashi chapter is now over.
Thank you. I'm too lazy to put in sound effects for applause. Okay, everybody's here. Shall we debate the story again?
I think so. Then let's get some honest opinions. Does anyone here have something to say? An honest opinion was the story this time not an answer chapter? The criminal was Mion-san. The root of all the evil was the Sonozaki family. Was that not the conclusion?
That's kind of what I was starting to come across, but I still think that the demon, there was some sort of supernatural thing going on here, that the demon was kind of using the body, but then a comment kind of told me that that at the end, that Mion crawling out from the bed was clearly Keiichi's hallucination, which kind of gets me confused a little bit. If that was supposed to be hallucination, then what was up with... Fuck, I don't know.
I see. I was so sure that Michan wasn't the criminal. Too naive. This was entirely predictable from the previous Onikakushi chapter, was it not? In fact, it's almost shocking how predictable it was.
You're right. It probably did align with most of the predictions made by players of the previous scenario.
It's like the story went exactly as everyone expected. Then does that mean the main Higurashi when they cry scenario is pretty much over? So it's a sure thing that the root of everything was Michan's family? I wonder. In fact, I think this all means the theory of the Sonozakis being the guilty party has been disproven. Oh, you had the same opinion, Mio-san. I think the same way. Though I still don't believe in curses. At the very least, however, I think the chances of the Sonozaki family being the true criminals has gone down. Huh? Why is that? Didn't Michan confess that she killed everyone?
I'm still believing it's the demon theory.
That's right. She killed Rika and me, so what do you mean that she isn't the criminal after all that? I'm not trying to confuse you or anything. It's just that I think there are a lot of things that don't go along with Mion being the one behind everything. If you think about it a little, you'll get it.
Huh. I believe the truth to be more or less in line with the Sonozaki family theory. But I'd love to hear your theory, Mion-chan.
Then hear me out. Near the end, I confessed that I participated in the past incidents, right? I thought something wasn't really right about that, so I guess that's my basis. I mean, think about it. If the incidents of the past were caused by the Sonozaki family, that would be crazy. I mean, wouldn't they all be perfect crimes? They were all attributed to other criminals or simple accidents, after all. Well, that's right. The Sonozaki family is very powerful and they were acting behind the scenes. Wouldn't pulling off perfect crimes be child's play for them? That's just it. That's the weird thing. The Sonozaki family had been killing and erasing people so well for the last 4 years, they didn't even let out a hint that they were behind it, right? But the incident in the 5th year, now that was really cheap. They were killing and erasing people at random. Any idiot could have seen the connection with the Sonozaki family. Now that I think about it, you're right. The incident in the past were all mysterious, and nobody could tell if they were because of the curse or just simple crimes. But then, on the 5th year, they suddenly got really violent. I don't understand what you're saying. Rika, do you? She means that if the Sonozaki family were the real criminals, then they would have done a much better job with the incident on the 5th year. So, what does that mean? Mion-san wasn't the one who killed Rika and me, but it was the work of the demon who possessed Mion-san? Come now, just like I thought this last time, Mion-san wasn't a bad person after all, was she? That's right. Satoko-chan and I both thought that she was doing bad things because she was possessed by something. Then does that mean our theory was right?
I've been supporting the curse theory since the last after party, and the story this time makes me all the more convinced it's true. That fact revealed at the very end. The information regarding how Mion-san and Takano-san had died days before, despite being witnessed, seems to indeed support that theory.
That's what I'm thinking. I swear, I think it's the demon theory. Oh my. I see the cursed believers who seemed unconfident last time have grown quite a bit more self-assured. Do any of those who think it was a human have any objections? Last time, Mi-chan and Rika-chan were the ones who thought it was the work of a person. Tomotaki-san did too, didn't he? Okay, let's hear what you've got then.
It got me there. I can't quite find the right words.
One of the pieces of evidence for the curse theory is the mismatching times of death, right? So if I could disprove that theory, it would prove that a human did it, wouldn't it? Oh, Shion, do you have a good objection? Well, I suppose. I have the same opinion as you, Mion, that it was a human, but I don't think the Sonozaki family were the main culprits either. If it's okay with you, I'll offer my objections.
Okay, what's your theory, Shion?
Whoa! Show us what you've got. If you say it wasn't the curse, then let's hear your evidence. Okay, Shion-chan. That last trick we've been talking about. Despite Mion-chan having died the day of the incident from falling into the well, how did she appear days later to kill you and Keiichi-kun? Here it is, my Sonozaki sisters' conspiracy theory. My reason is simple. If Mion was dead by that time, then the only one who could have stabbed Kei-chan was me. I disguised myself as Mion and stabbed him. Then I went back to my room, pretended to have a tussle with a ghost, then jumped right down and killed myself.
So when you get down to it, Mion-chan in this case would be the one to take the blame. She wouldn't take care of the man in person, and Shion-chan would be made into merely a victim. If she hid herself in the well, the disguised Shion-chan could just show up where she pleased and murder whoever she wanted, all planned from the start. Okay, I get it. Then Mion-san made two mistakes. First was that her corpse was found, and second was dying when she only planned to hide. That's what it would mean.
Oh, well now. You're right, there is something logical about that. However, I'm still not convinced. It was too different from the magnificent, perfect crimes in the past. Even if their plan went well, Mion would end up the bad guy, wouldn't she? She would either have to hide the rest of her life or live pretending to be Shion, wouldn't she? That would be too constrained. You can't call that a perfect crime. In other words, whether by dying or disappearing, Mi would have to go away. Erika-chan, that's a good thought. That means we should consider that Mion and Sonozaki leaving the stage was part of their plan. That's why, at the end, Mion took the blame for all the incidents in the past. She took responsibility for all of them herself, then left. By doing that, she could cover up the true culprit behind the past incidents. Which means that this incident wasn't shabby. Its purpose was to cement all the past incidents as perfect crimes. I suppose that's what it comes down to. The young leader of the Sonozaki family, who was the biggest suspect, confessed to everything and disappeared. For her, or perhaps for the non-Sonozaki true culprit, there likely was no more favorable outcome. I don't understand even an inch of your conversation. What do you mean by Mion-san taking the blame? Is she not the culprit? And let me put it this way. The true culprit behind the serial freak deaths incidents was somebody else. Mi-chan gave a fake confession that she caused all the previous accidents to protect the person. Or, so everyone's saying.
My, I said this during the story, but it seems we have an incredible detective on our hands. Yes, it does seem a bit persuasive.
An incident started to throw the scent off the true criminal. That's my reasoning. Though if I go further, I think the true culprit isn't part of the Sonozaki family. So it was Mion-chan disrupting the incident to further protect the mystery person who pulled off the perfect crimes 4 years running then. That's right. The site foreman only appeared in the name in the last story. Pretty suspicious if you ask me. Amazing. It really does all add up. I still think the Sonozaki family and the sisters are the culprits though. An incident caused by the sisters to sever their old fetters to the three families to clear away the past. And that's my theory.
Clearing away the past? You mean that they placed the blame for the three families' crimes on their final leader, Mion, to put an end to a dark history, and then the two of them left?
That's right. It would make it a sad story where we sisters finally chose to end it after a lot of worry. Ah, we went a little too far. Amazing. It really does all add up. Rika! Wait, what? It looks like Rika-chan has an opinion too. Go ahead, Rika-chan. I have a question for you all. Why did Keiichi not need to get stabbed? We already know why that is, Rika. It's obviously because he went in the Forbidden Storehouse without asking.
Thinking back on it now, Tomotaki-kun and Takano-san probably died in the previous story because they snuck into that storehouse, eh?
That is rather strange indeed. Huh? What is it that's strange? Ah! Reina-san, that's right! Won't you think back, please? That's right. In the previous scenario, they were after Keiichi's life even though he didn't sneak into the ritual storehouse.
Well, that's because... yeah. Hinamizawa hates outsiders, right? That's why they tried to kill Keiichi-kun. That was in the first story.
That would be strange, though. They should have attacked Kei-chan's parents, too, in that case. No matter how you look at it, though, his parents never seemed to be in much danger. Either this time or the last. Yeah, that's weird. Hear that, everyone who thinks it was a human's doing? Unless you can properly explain the reason Keiichi-san's life was threatened, you can't just definitely prove the criminal was human, can you?
Even with the curse theory, however, we don't know why Mayabara-san was attacked this time or last time. Yeah, there seem to be two completely different reasons, but apparently there's supposed to be one central reason.
With a little more, we would have had it. There are still a lot of mysteries remaining. We can find some kind of reason for everyone but Keiichi-kun to die. But for some reason, Keiichi-kun's death is always vague. Both this time and last time. He was being targeted regardless of whether he went into the ritual storehouse. That's right, in the first one he didn't, and innocent. And then, does that mean he was doing something that got him killed both last time and this time?
Well, what was he doing? I see. If we can find something in common about Mayapara-kun's actions between last time and this time, it seems like it would be the key to unraveling all the incidents. I skimmed through the stories again, but I think he's going about his life in his own way. Though aside from the pot of the storehouse, I don't spot anything suspicious about his daily lifestyle.
Keiichi-kun, what did you do both last time and this time? Something bad that would cause you to be killed. It's best to ask the person himself when you're unsure.
Calling me at work again, seriously? So while I was reading the script for the next game all by myself, you were all talking about me behind my back, huh? I see.
Well, that's that. Anyway, Keiichi-kun, you should try asking your own heart. Kei-chan, so what kind of a bad thing did you do that would get you killed? It must surely be all the violent things he does towards me.
Oh, come on!
Squeezing my chest so tightly was surely a crime.
Yeah. Being happy all day surrounded by girls around his age is kind of like a crime in the first place. Hey! A grave crime indeed. Mayabara-san is truly an envious main character, isn't he? Switch out with me once in a while, would ya? Yes, Higurashi starring Oishi.
Kukuku. Well, with all these perks, getting stabbed at the end really isn't much of a price to pay. Well, there you go, Keiichi-san. Have you remembered the crimes you committed?
Ugh! Both this time and last time. I live a proper and just life, and I always meet a terrible fate in the end. What was that about ask my own heart? I'm the one who wants to know. This is bullying.
How sad, how sad. I'll pet your head next time for you. I wonder if we should go back and read Onikakushi again after reading this one. I'm going to put myself in Mion's shoes and read back over Watanagashi. Maybe I'll find something different compared to when I read it from Kei-chan's point of view. I will always think it was the doing of a demon.
I'm agreeing with Satoko here.
All of the events and tricks can be explained with a demon. It's kind of like plasma. Huh? What did you, the readers, think about it?
I honestly, I'm agreeing with Satoko here. I'm honestly thinking that it might be the work of a demon.
We'd certainly like to hear your thoughts and opinions. Through the mail? Is there an address?
Is that it? Is that it? Oh, that was fun. If that was the case, that was fun. Achievement unlocked. Watanagashi party. Huh. Oh, wow. Holy shit, I went through a lot of tips. Damn. Okay, then. Well, I guess we'll be continuing this into, Totoroasghaisgfoshiod, then. I was gonna say I'd probably upload another Danganronpa episode tomorrow, but I think, realistically, I'm gonna go ahead and, since this counts as a different video itself, I'll upload this, and then, I don't know if I'll have time later today to upload the other one. I don't know yet. I don't even think I have time to record the next episode at the time I'm recording this. But my next video after this one will obviously be the first part to Totoroasghaisgfoshiod. And I think I'm going to try to take the advice here, and while I'm recording Totoroasghaisgfoshiod, I think I'm going to go back to Onikakushi and try to, closely examine some of the material. Because that little thing they said, okay, there's a reason why Keiichi gets killed. And it can't be the storehouse because that didn't happen in the first story. So what did Keiichi do that caused him to be killed in both stories, Onikakushi and Watanagashi? There's got to be some sort of connection. What did he do? And that just makes me wonder. I mean, in the first one, it seemed like Reina was focused. It was focused mostly around Reina, and she was essentially the bringer of the death, sort of. In this one, it was Mion. In the next one, I honestly can't imagine Satoko doing that sort of thing, but then again, I think I said pretty much the same thing about Reina and Mion, sort of. I don't know. Again, this is definitely something I'm going to have to find some time to think to myself about this. I like this story. I like these stories. I like this When They Cry series. I am enjoying it. I mean, this is like really good story. I mean, in my opinion, this is good story writing. Like, this Let's Read sort of may bore, cause a lot of people to get really bored because it's not like flashy explosives and all that, and it's just like pure narrative. But I don't care. I mean, it's up to your own personal taste on that, but when it comes to reading, I like reading. I like it whenever a narrative gets me into this. And it's been a while, besides, let's see, Undertale and Disgaea 5. Besides those games, it's kind of been a while since I've actually gotten a game where its narrative is really sucking me in, sort of. Well, okay, there's no sort of about it. It's literally just sucking me in. I want to learn more about this. Like, there's still a lot of unanswered questions that I'm still kind of curious about. Like, okay, I'm just going to be brutally honest. Specifically, how did Satoko and Rika die? Like, it was pretty specific about how Tomotaki died in both chapters, but then it expanded and talked about how Takano died. It just explained in the first one that she vanished, like she was demoned away. In this one, it was plain as day, they both got killed. I don't know. I'm going to probably be thinking about this for quite a while, trying to figure this out myself. But anyway, thank you for joining me on this, and I will definitely see you guys on Totoroasghaisgfoshiod. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you all in the next video.